You're watching Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Around Town is sponsored by Chemung Canal Trust Company. They're really nice people. Trust is their middle name. Service is their motto. And I like them a lot, and that's why I bank there. If you ever come by to look me up, I'll be in the vault. Safe place. Now, this is something special. Everybody hears a lot about the Masons and the secret meetings that they have and all the things they're doing behind closed doors. But there is one lodge in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that is known as the most beautiful of all the Masonic Lodge buildings in the world. There's another one in London which also has that reputation, but this one is special. And the interesting part here is that the Masons have done so many things that you don't hear about, like crippled children, helping children with learning disabilities. All of these things, also burn hospitals where the children never have to pay a dime. However, what they've put their love and joy and expertise in is this temple, which is state-of-the-art. And there are two people who are going to tell us about it. And if you're going to have a wedding, this is the place to have it if you can get in. They're very crowded. This place has wedding rooms you wouldn't believe, but I'll let you tell all about it. Would you introduce yourself and then introduce this beautiful lady who's sitting between us? This is all you see of me. The rest is all up to them.
Thank you, my brother. My name is Dan Hinds. I'm superintendent of the Masonic Temple. Beside me is Suzanne Cunnane. Sue Cunnane. And she's just new on board. She's our event planner. And I'll tell you a little bit about the temple and then turn it over to her. The building is 143 years old. We are actually older than City Hall itself. And it's used for Masonic purposes, Masonic meetings. Masons do a lot of good work behind the scenes, raise a lot of revenue. For instance, our last big thrust was in 2008 when Grandmaster Stephen Gardner came up with an idea, and he called it change for troops. As the men would leave the meeting, they would drop their change into a bucket. And after he passed it on to the next Grandmaster, everybody embellished on it a little bit. It went from change for troops, which they got a calling card that they were given when they were deployed and kept given an opportunity to call home. And then it went to help for heroes, where we have baby showers for the expectant mothers, and they walk away with a $500 gift card, as well as strollers and coaches and video for the baby's room. You name it, it's there.
People take tours of the temple.
The tours of the temple, yes, we're open for tours every day of the week, except Sunday and Monday, 10, 11, 1, 2, and 3. The tour is about 45 minutes.
And is it expensive?
No, it's about $10 for adults, and then the prices go down from there. Pennsylvania Masons and their wives are free, and other jurisdictions there's a cut rate.
And these rooms are all hand-painted and hand-done, and how many are there?
There's 7 rooms, and each one's a different style of architecture, and they're all hand-carved.
He knows everything. So if you
Try to.
Here, they'll take you around, and it's an experience. She's more beautiful than he is.
That's true.
Introduce her to.
I will. And we just broke our $1 million mark with the Change for Troops, which is now Help for Heroes. And every penny of that $1 million goes out to our heroes to refurbish their homes, water heaters, whatever they need. We do not take any overhead at all. It all goes to them. So $1 million mark, everybody's very proud of that. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Sue and let her explain a little bit about the room.
Thanks, Danny. So we are seated right now in our grand ballroom. This was just renovated this summer. The event venue here at the Masonic Temple is called 1 North Broad, the oldest address in the city and the one venue in the city to host magnificent events. This grand ballroom, just renovated, features a beautiful statue behind us, crafted by Jim Woods, and that is the hallmark of this room. This room seats 200 guests with dancing for any kind of beautiful social event. Throughout the rest of this building, we have 2 gorgeous foyers, a main foyer and then an upstairs foyer under the stars for hosting cocktail receptions. And we also have 7 beautiful meeting rooms, which we can host many gorgeous ceremonies in, wedding ceremonies, as well as corporate and social events of another nature. Great for interactive meetings for the corporate folks that are here in the city at the Convention and Visitors Bureau.
I have a question.
Yes.
If somebody wants to call and get information or look on the web, what's the phone number, what's the website, and what should they do? And should they ask for you?
They
Or should they just show up?
Either way. So our phone number is 215-988-1936, and the website is One North Broad. That's ONE northbroad.com. And you're welcome to call, email, check the website, or just pop in. We're happy to have you anytime.
And she'll be here, he'll be here. You were going to say something?
Yes. I just wanted to mention Grandmaster Raymond T. Deese is responsible for what was done in this room. He recognized the fact we need to raise revenue. The statue was done by James West from Wild West Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And the stained glass windows were done by Willett's Stained Glass Window Company. They were designed by Kathy Jordan. So if you ever have an opportunity, come and see us.
And also, this is a very special place. And it's worth coming. You may not be living in Pennsylvania or the Philadelphia area, but what a place to see. It's worth the trip. By train, by car. The place is beautiful. And there are so many wonderful hotels right around here. This is the main focal point of all of Philadelphia. And they keep it so clean, you can eat off the floor here.
We try.
Now, anything else you'd like to say about this?
Please come visit
You're
this
here every day.
venue. It's like nothing you can imagine.
We try to maintain it. It was built by our Masons. We try to maintain it for the men that are going to follow us, and that's where we look at it every day. But helping raise revenue is part of maintaining that, so we don't have to pass that cost on to our membership. That's why the Grandmaster Deese has decided to try to open our doors, get a little venue, and get our message out as well as get some revenue.
Just an aside, because you need to know all about these people. He used to be a policeman, and he was wounded with 2 shots. And then he retired, and now he gives his life and the rest of all of this, and he knows everything about the temple. I think he sleeps here.
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes you do.
Illustrious sir, I do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
You're
very
very
much.
kind. What is your title?
I'm the Director of Sales and Events.
Director of Sales, and that's very important.
It's a wonderful job.
Gee, she helps make the money. Anyway, now you know. So write it down and come and visit. They have some rooms that, for instance, you're going to see photographs again of some of the most unique artistic rooms, like the Egyptian room, which is known all over the world because of its paintings. But come and see it. It's worth the trip. Oh, I will be here. I don't know which room I'm going to be in yet, but I'll be in one of the nicest of the rooms. I'll have to check it out. We'll see you here.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
Life, it never stops moving, getting from here to there, managing long hours at work, juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Cunnane Trust Company. Bank online, bank with our mobile app, deposit a check with your smartphone, open an account at Cunnane and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Cunnane Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
I'm always surrounded by beautiful girls, and this is another chance for me to say nice things about this lady whose name is Kelly Watkins. And she has, where is your pet dog?
Come over here, Maxers.
What's her name?
Maxers. Say Maxwell Frankenstein Collins.
Oh,
say
say
hi,
hello.
Maxers. Say hello, buddy.
And this is, I think he is the minder of this liquor store. What's it called?
He's the store mascot.
Well, what's the name of the store?
Oh, Finger Lakes Wine and Spirits.
Right next to Tops
Right in Tops Plaza.
in Bath. And watch out, this is a ferocious dog. You can see how ferocious this dog is. He's very interested in finding out what's going on. Now, you have a family that owns this store.
I do.
And you know everything about liquors and wines, and they have bargains here that are terrific, right?
We do.
Now you better tell us about everything, because now we have all these minutes for you to talk and tell us why should people, there are all kinds of liquor stores around Hammondsport here. Why should they come here? What makes, you got a great bargains, you have great selection, but what else besides the fact that she's beautiful?
So we opened our doors back in March of 2007.
And you have nice teeth.
Nice, thank you. So we opened our doors back in March of 2007. We've been family owned and operated, serving the community for a little over 8 years. We have a great staff member. They're very knowledgeable, know a lot about wines and spirits.
You have a great voice.
Thank you.
Did you practice this?
No, I haven't practiced anything yet.
Take it away.
So we have a great staff knowledge. They know a lot about wines and spirits here. We know a lot of family members by first name basis. So we have a great community that we serve. We have a great New York State selection, probably one of the largest selections around the area. We also have everyone's favorite spirits, including vodka, rum, local New York State distilleries, and our newest addition is cider to our store.
And you have all the wines too.
We have tons
The
of
local
wines
wines,
from
yeah.
around the world. We have from France, Italy, local. We have Argentina, Spain.
And you have bargains.
We have great bargains here.
they-
We are the lowest area around town. We will also match any price as long as they bring it in.
Oh, aren't you nice? Mm-hmm. And are you here 7 days a week?
I personally work Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. However, our store hours are open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. and we're also open on Sundays noon to 5.
And when you're not here, then your father or your father's best friend are here, and they're partners with you.
Yep, they're here. We also have four great staff members that are on board here when I'm not here.
You're a pretty good-sized business.
We are.
Wonderful. Is it nice to be rich?
I wish I was rich. I wish I was.
Well, just the stock here
Yep.
is worth a lot of money.
So I also have, I'm going to advertise the 4 products on the shelf. Crown Royal came out with a new honey. Great for fall, going into the fall season. They've done very well with it here. Also have Dr. Frank's Semi-Dry Riesling. It's a great New York State Riesling. It's one of the oldest wineries here for a local wine. It has a great zesty fruit finish. Also, I have a lot of customers that come in and want to know what they can bring to a party and they don't know what someone drinks. So this is perfect pair matching. Dry and sweet people will drink this one. I'm also have the Iron Smoke Applewood Smoked Whiskey. It's locally right here at right on Seneca Lake. And they have actually every one they make is a batch number and also the date on it when it was batched. It's very limited, hard to get. And then I have Castle Rock Pinot Noir. It's a great 2014 Pinot Noir. It has a 89 Wine Spectator rating. So great going into the fall, perfect for holidays, Christmas, and Thanksgiving coming around the corner.
Expensive?
Castle Rock is actually $9.99 here at our store for a great value.
You're a very good sales lady.
Well, thank you. I
Are
try
you
to be.
Are you always so cheerful?
I am. I have really good spirits. I love being happy.
No,
I don't like walking into businesses and not people being happy, so I love being happy.
Now, people who come by here, you can't have too many people coming by every day. You've got to have times when you're alone in the store. Do you get lonely here?
I don't because
Just you and the whiskeys?
I don't because I have my best friend here too
That's
with
right.
me.
very friendly.
He is very friendly. He's a great dog.
But he seems so calm and collected.
He is calm. He's been actually with our store for the last 4 years.
Really?
So, yep. So
He knows
customers
every
come in and see him.
display.
He sure does.
What's
he
the
gives the
best-
great discounts. And we're actually running a special right now on Captain Morgan, 1.75s. It's at $32.99. Wow. It's a great buy. And they also have mail-in rebates. So basically, if you buy 3, it's for the price of 2.
You know, you don't usually find ladies running liquor stores.
Nope, you don't.
But you're an exception, and what a wonderful family to be able to do that.
It's great. We love it. It's a great opportunity for me, for my family.
What's the best seller?
The best seller here at our store?
Wine or liquor?
I'd have to say wine. We sell a lot of wine.
New York State?
New York State wines, yep, as well as California. A lot of people come in for Napa Valley.
Are they more expensive than New York? I always think there's an import duty.
Yeah, you know, the prices we try to stay right at a good budget, so we try to stay at the lowest price we can. So no, I would say they're right up against each other now. New York State might be a little more expensive the way the grapes are grown, but
more expensive than California?
Yeah, a little bit, I would say. Yep.
I would have thought it was the other way around.
No, I think.
So we might have import duties.
No.
And what is the best drink other than wine?
Other than wine, I would say rum or vodka. I sell a lot of vodka. We sell Svedka at $20.99 here. Pushes out the door every day. A lot of people enjoy that. I would also have to say a lot of our scotches. We have a lot of high-end scotches, Glenmorangie, a lot of limited edition scotches here.
You know, it's interesting because I went to a restaurant the other day in Hammondsport, and they're serving a dessert. No, they're serving a soup, a cold soup made with rum.
Really?
Yeah.
Spiced rum?
No, regular rum.
Oh, regular rum. Okay.
And a couple of other fruit. But they should come here to buy the rum.
They sure can.
Do we get commissions on this?
I would love to have them come in.
What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? I run.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. I run every day.
Every day around here?
I run in Elmira.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you commute from Elmira?
I commute from Elmira.
That's a long commute.
It sure is, but I love my job and I love all the people I get to see every day.
Can we buy some wine?
You sure can.
You got an extra case around?
I sure do.
I knew she would. Somehow I knew she would. We're going to buy a case of Castle
Rock.
Castle Rock.
Yep.
We're going to buy a case of Castle Rock. They tell me it's very good. She tells me it's very good. Must be. I will be here drinking it. So if you want to come and join me, give us a call. The address is where?
309 West Morris Street in Bath, New York, right in Tops Plaza.
Right next to Tops.
Right next to Tops.
And right next to a physical fitness store, so you can come in, shop a little bit at Tops, drink a little here, and then work it off.
Sure can.
And you are a happy, I'm getting licks from the dog. Oh.
Say, don't forget to say happy birthday to me, too.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday?
He's 4 years old today.
4 years old today? Wow. We better give him, what can we give him, a little scotch?
No, he likes whiskey.
Whiskey. So you find out all kinds of things about dogs and everybody else. I'll be here drinking. See you soon.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
Life, it never stops moving. Getting from here to there. Managing long hours at work. Juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Cunnane Trust Company. Bank online. Bank with our mobile app. Deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Cunnane and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Cunnane Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today. Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Can you imagine the number of wineries that are up in Hammondsport and the whole area of this part of New York State? I think not millions, but many, many, many. But one of the most interesting and one of the most successful is Bully Hill. And this fellow is Stephen Taylor, who is the son of the owner of Bully Hill, and I suspect he's an owner himself because he's involved in the museum, in the tasting room, and in all of the new things that you've done. You've rebuilt so much here. And his mother is one of my favorite people. I hug and kiss her every time I come to the restaurant, which is one of the best in the area. And please feel free to be my deputy and hug and kiss her too when you see her.
I'm sure she would love that.
Don't warn her. Now take it. He's going to tell you all the new things are here, when you're open, why people should come here, and what's new.
Sure.
And we're in a bunch of wonderful rocking chairs in the tasting room.
Yeah.
We're just going to sit here, and if you get seasick, it's too bad. Go ahead.
Well, we are the largest family-run winery in New York State. We make close to 40 different kinds of wines now. 40, all ranging from dry to sweet. This year we introduced two, a off-dry red blend, it's Old Mischief, and we also have our dry rosé. So, we introduced those in the beginning of the year, and they should be available pretty much in every independent store in New York State.
Well, you sell countrywide, though, don't you? You really sell worldwide.
We don't sell worldwide. We're still, we're still a small business, but we ship to about 30 states. Mm-hmm. And it's also, we do distribution. And I would say east of the Mississippi, we've got pretty much most of the states covered, outside of some states you just can't get into. So.
You and your mother too, and your other brother must be very proud of what you put together. I mean, you started with nothing here and really built up an empire.
Well, it's
a friendly empire.
A benevolent empire,
benevolent
right?
empire,
yeah.
Right.
Well, no, it's there's a lot of expectations. Ever since you were young, I've been raised to just kind of work and work and work, and I think that work ethic, comes from mom. Just she moved from Eastern Europe. She came from nothing, and so when the winery, when she helped take it over in the early 90s, I mean, I think that was kind of like, that was just the next step. She said, look, I have to keep working, I have to keep working. And it was an easy transition for her, but I think it was very hard to take care of us and take care of dad at the same time. So it's us just kind of living up to those expectations, seeing that every day and saying, you know what, that's the bottom, that's the baseline. I have to, what can I do to go over that? Mm-hmm. So, as I'm 30, she had me when she was 35. So I'm almost reaching that age now where both myself and my brother are kind of expected, to step up to the plate.
And your wife too.
Yes. I've just recently married a lovely woman who I met in DC, and she's going to law school, and she wants to be able to work in the community. And so that was one of the things that we want to do when we came home, was say, look, if you can go and move to the city and everyone wants to be someone, but why not take care of where you're from, make it a better place? And that was a decision that we both made.
What have you done to expand the museum, to expand the restaurant, and to expand the product?
The museum, this is the first year we just renovated it. One thing that that was increasingly becoming an issue is when you look up there, it looks like a barn, right? So the issue was, well, how are we going to store this artwork? One of the best, qualities of Bully Hills, Dad was such a prolific artist. Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of the places we were storing it weren't exactly in like pristine conditions, because no one thought, that they were going to be so famous as they are today. So we wanted to make sure they were in a temperature controlled zone, something that felt like it was going to be, that was going to last a lifetime. So that's one aspect that we really need to maintain is that. In terms of the restaurant, I mean, we just, as you know, the deck obviously has been like such a huge pull for us, but every year we're putting on new things on the menu. The one thing that we introduced recently was the sauces. So I don't know if you've ever, I believe you have your special dish there, but it's, we do a Korean barbecue sauce now. So, and that was one thing that Jen wanted, she was very passionate about.
Are you going to stay awake or open? Awake? Are you going to stay open during the winter?
We usually stay through, at least through November. And then, based on kind of like what businesses, I always say it's the hardest business is a seasonal business because, once you kind of gauge things down, you don't know when business kind of goes until. So, but I would say yes, at least through November. So, and then we'll gear right back up in April. So.
And then the tasting room too?
Tasting room is always open. I mean, the only days we close are Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So, because no one wants to drink on New Year's Day.
He was telling me before we started this, I said, all I'm going to do is introduce you and then you talk for 8 minutes. And he said, you're not going to do that, aren't you going to? I thought we were going to have a conversation. And I said, fine, but I haven't been able to get a word in edgewise.
Oh, please.
You're talking all the time and doing all these wonderful descriptions and whetting everybody's appetite.
Oh, yeah. Well, as I always say, that deck was built by Portobello crab cakes. That dish, that's the only dish I can think of that was built by one dish alone.
And all of the labels on the bottles were designed by your father or by others?
The vast majority, a couple of them actually were done by Mom. And then we had a couple.
Did?
Yes, I know. And then a couple independent artists as well. But for the most part, I would say the vast majority are going to be dads. And we're always looking, when you look around this room, right, you see a whole bunch of artwork that you don't see on wine labels. So we're looking at kind of reintroducing them.
Where do you get the names from? I mean, you have names that are out of storybooks.
Well, it's helpful, when the name of the grape happens to be creative as is. I mean, Riesling sells itself. But
what are some of the names that are the most popular?
Well, Love My Goat, Sweetwater Red. I mean, Sweetwater Red is quickly becoming our bestseller, and it's just, it rolls right off the tongue. But Love My Goat, that is the patient zero, essentially, of the Bully Hill mythos. That's where, that was our big, our thumb in the nose, our thumb in the nose of the Taylor Wine Company.
Yeah.
That was the goat when they put Taylor on the side of it.
Now there's no more Taylor.
And well, I mean, if you go to liquor stores, you still see ports and sherries. They're still owned by Constellation, but there are no Taylors that work at Taylor. So.
Well, you have done a terrific job, and I congratulate you very much. When you come here, look him up. He's around here someplace because he's running the museum, the tasting room, and involved in the restaurant. He's here all the time. He's got a beautiful wife to make him come back.
Yes. Well, we're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. bullyhill.com is our website. 607-868-3610 is our number. And as I always say, the easiest way to reach us, just come visit us. So.
I didn't even have to say a thing. He did it all for me. Very good. You rehearsed this?
I didn't. No.
You didn't? No.
Well, when you come, I have to step up my game. I know. There are high expectations when you come into town.
Oh, brother, come by. We're in the tasting room. There's nobody here now because we threw them out, but normally it's marked. So be sure to call up. Phone number again?
607-868-3610.
And that's the restaurant too?
That covers the whole campus.
Call for a reservation. The food is delicious. I'm going in to eat now. You're going to say goodbye. No, I am.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No, I'll join you.
Okay. See you around. He's going to pick up the tab.
Just this once.
You're watching WENY HD.